This video is to show the demonstration of SAM password reset from beta systems. Firstly, I will go into the Active Directory. Here I'm going to add a new user. This is going to be added into the SAM password reset server afterwards. I'll put the name of Steve. Okay, just add an easy password of Steve again. Okay, that's the user added to the Active Directory. Also in the Active Directory you can see there is an SPD admin group and an SPD help desk group. These groups are used later for the admin and help desk within SAM password reset. Now I'll go to the web admin GUI. Here this is the main page for all of SAM administration. You can reset passwords with this button. You can allow users to register themselves with this button. You can manage the user accounts with this button for administration, and the help desk support would be able to sign in here for help desk reasons. We will go to the Manage User Accounts button first, where we will now add the new user we've created to SAM password reset. I will sign in with the SAM admin user, which is in the SPD admin group, with password of password. Now I'm logged in. As the administrator, I can add the new user Steve by pressing the add button. But also here, as an administrator, I can allow and unlock a user, I can disallow a user, I can manage and delete already created users, I can change the password for a user. But here we're going to add the user. With SAM password reset, you can have a selection of questions and answers and choose how many questions they have to create, and how many of them questions each time they have to answer every time they want to reset their password. For this time only, we're going to just choose one question. What is the name of your best friend? I could have typed in any question there and added it as well, depending on the settings. The answer I will use is Rob. And I'll verify the answer as Rob. Adding in the user's credentials, Steve, full name, Steve again, department IT, email, steve@email.com. Here you can check email flag, so whenever anything happens to Steve's account within SAM, he will receive an email detailing. Here you have to add the user from the Active Directory to connect to the user you've added here, which would be also Steve. The register flag down here allows me to register, choose whether to register them or not. Add the user. Now that user has been successfully added, I will now sign out of the administrator and sign in as help desk, just to show you what the help desk has. Here I'm going to use the SAM help user with the password of password and login. Here you can see that when help desk gets a support call for password resets, it would be because the user has forgotten their passwords and also forgotten their questions and answers. All a help desk support user can do is allow and unlock a locked account, disallow an account, and to view and modify. So if the user had forgotten their password, questions and passwords, we can click on the view and modify button here for Steve, and we would be able to change temporarily the answer to his question. It was Rob, but now we will change it for him as a generic answer of, say, Steve, for himself to know it's himself. And I will modify that. Now the user's information has been modified, so when Steve now wants to connect on and change his password, the answer to the question will be Steve, and then he will have to reset it all himself. If we now go to Windows Logon and we attempt to log in as Steve, one second. The user attempts to log on, pressing Control, Alt and Delete. But as you notice up on the side here, there's a reset password button. This has been applied from the SAM password reset server. We will enter in the name of Steve, and we will incorrectly enter his password 4 times. After the 4th time, the user has been locked out of his account. Now, what we can do now is click on the reset password button, and now you see the user's reset password button. There could also be the register button here as well. And this GUI can be, web GUI interface can be changed through simple HTML manipulation. I enter in my unique ID of Steve and click the start button. Now you see I get the question, what is the name of my best friend? I know that I've forgotten it and when I've spoken to help desk, and they reset it to Steve for me. I can add in my new password, which I want to be password. And I'll submit. I now have successfully reset my password. I can now go back to log on window and enter in my new password of password. And I'm logged in. While that loads up, I can show you from the server side some of the configuration elements that are available within SAM password reset. This here is the properties for password reset, and on the front screen you can see where there's a button here to add, that you can check to enable users to auto add themselves to the SAM password reset server. This is to save more administration time if you allow it within your company. On the Web Components tab here, you can add and remove suggested questions which will pop up on the password reset registration form. You can detail the minimum question length, the minimum answer length, the total number of questions a user needs to answer, and the number of them answered questions they need to use to reset. There's also a minimum password length, which is extra security, and you can also check to allow self-defined questions so they can add their own questions and make it extremely personal. If you click on the administration, you can see where the groups are added to be the administration group and the help desk group. That is the basics of SAM Password Reset, and as you can see, it's very simple and easy to use. Thank you very much.